Oh, welcome back, everybody, to Facetious. Episode 151, brought to you on Monday. What is today? December 10th, 2018, at approximately 6:08 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm your host. I'm Larry, aka Bluemanrule, and I am joined as usual by my main Damon. None other than Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, though?
Real sick talk. Well, first of all, bruh, how you almost forget the date? Aren't you looking at a computer screen?
I didn't have the date up, son.
It's always in the bottom corner of
No,
the screen.
I hide my taskbar. See, there you go.
There
you go.
Assumptions. Why you gotta be one of them? Only deviants hide their taskbar. Like your taskbar.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. No, man, there's people who don't need excess information. You know what I'm saying? All I need, give me the skinny. That's all I need. I don't need all the info.
I'm also the dude that always got like 20 tabs open.
See,
like, you know what I mean? Like I'm that dude. Look, I'll share my screen right now.
Word up.
And I'm gonna show you. Look, hold up. That's my joint right there. Can you see?
Hey, look at all them tabs at the top, y'all. One,
that's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tabs open, dog, at once.
And look, and that's only because I closed some yesterday while I was doing the Dream Team.
See,
I'm trying to told you, man. Like I need all my information. I need all of it.
See,
all. And look. If I share the screen right now, if I share the entire screen, like, look, I got you over here. I got that over here. And like when I'm recording with Skype, is the recorder is down here. All kinds of stuff. Like, man, I need all my stuff.
You clearly got way too much. You got a lot of information stimulus going on, man. I think it's what's happening.
I needs it.
Okay, clearly y'all might need all that info out there.
Especially after I lost about a good half a week to this flu. This flu ain't no joke, dog. Like, for real.
Oh, for real. The season, did you not get vaccinated?
Man, last time.
You're like, man, look what happened.
The last time. No, I'm gonna tell you for real. The last time I got a flu shot.
Okay.
The last time I got a flu shot, I was so sick that I say I will never do this again. But also, that flu shot is the reason why I'm even here right now.
Oh, really?
Because here's what happened. So I got the flu shot because Pooh Bear was a baby. And, you know, she was a preemie, so they was like, yeah, I'm going to need you to get this flu shot.
Immune system ain't all the way developed yet, so.
Yeah, so I got the flu shot, and then I was really sick, like super sick. And so I was playing around on Twitter, and I was messing around with JVB, and JVB invited me on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
And before that show, I was good and drugged up by the time that show started.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up, you know, I ended up becoming a semi name for my appearance on the post game report. And that led me to having my own podcast. So if it wasn't for that flu shot, I wouldn't even no one would know who I was.
I guess so, man. You know, shout outs to Strain A. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to them strains, yeah. them strains. It's real out here in these strains, you know.
Right.
But yeah, man, my girl got sick, and then I got sick, and it's been. I mean, I was able to roll off it a little bit. I mean, it hit me hard midweek, and I'm just getting back to something close to normal. I would say I'm about 65% right now. This is my first day back at work. They sent me home on Thursday. They was just like, bruh,
you gotta go.
Can't do it. And then on Friday, that's when I was like, bruh, I need to go to the doctor. So I went to Patients First in the morning, and they was like, yeah, go ahead, get these. I'm gonna need you to get up on these meds. But see, here's the thing about getting up on these meds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I saw him pull it up on the screen, and he said, yo, you might be better served by going to get your meds if we send it to the Walmart where you normally get your medicine. And I'm like, cool. Okay. Because I saw on his screen that joint said that these meds was $80. And I'm like, man, listen, $80. Yep. $80 is not what's hot on these personal streets of mine. So
not hot in these financial streets.
No, not. I mean, it's not like I didn't have it. I just didn't want to put it on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, man, I'm gonna go get me some Dayquil just like everybody else. But so then, like, I leave, and the Walmart will send you a text when your stuff is ready.
Okay.
And they sent me a text, and they said it was like 69 and some change with them, and I'm like, bruh. Man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. So I went. So I had to go out on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Because of my man Meef. Shout out to Meef and them.
Okay. Shout out.
I'm gonna say it like that. That's how you talk. That's how you talk about your mans and them. Mm-hmm. Meef and them. Shout out to Meef and them. Mm-hmm. But like I went out, and then I went to the Walmart, and I walked to the pharmacy area, and I said, lady, listen, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put that clean on back. I need you to put that clean back. Put it all the way back. Just go ahead. Like I'm not paying $70 for some meds. And by the time I actually got to the doctor or whatever, like remember I had been sick for days at that point. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yo, this might not even really do anything because you're already past the point where it would really be effective. That's all you need to told me. Like, bruh, like for real.
I'm good.
He's like, okay, so right. You say I can get these medicines, right? I can get the medicines, right. But they may not be effective because I may be past the time where they're gonna be effective. Then you told me that them don't $70. Oh, yeah. You know what? Y'all go ahead and keep that. Like I said, I walked up to the lady, and it was the pharmacy lady was in the back. The people who were working the front, they was helping somebody on the side, and the pharmacy tech was just like, yo, somebody will be able to help you in a minute. And I was like, no, you can help me right now. I'm gonna need you to put that back.
Ooh. See, you might have needed it. You might have needed it, dog. Running around here.
I still got a cough, and I'm still not feeling 100%. But I'm not where I was. Like I was down for the count. Like I got sent home after lunch on Thursday, so I got here about 2-something. I came home and I went straight to sleep. And if you know anything about me, you know I am not a day sleeper. Yeah, I cannot take a nap to save my life.
I gotta feel real sick or feel really bad to take a nap during the day, bruh.
Bruh, it was 2-something. When I came home, I laid down. I ain't wake up till 11:30. Like I was out, and then I slept most of after I went to the doctor and I came back. I slept most of the day Friday.
You taking any vitamins? Multivitamins?
I mean, I started guzzling basically. Like I was vitamin C drops. Like I was just like I was tossing the Jones back. I was taking it, and look, and it was even worse because they ain't had no sugar-free vitamin C drops, so I had to take the regular jumps.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bruh, we gonna do something about this. And like when I went to the Walmart, I got your boy some. All right, I went to go get some orange juice. It didn't quite work out how I wanted it to with the orange juice. So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Your boy went and got some Sunny D. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like,
it's so much sugar that ain't gonna help you at all, man.
You know what I mean? And orange juice is cool. But if you ain't gotta do orange juice and you could get some Sunny D with the peach, like why would I not do it?
He went all the way left.
It's orange and peach. Like I went, you know me, I got some oranges and stuff too. I got some orange. I'm all up on that orange. So I got some oranges too, but I got some of that Sunny D with the peach. Like bro, like let's do this. Like
look,
for real.
I ain't gonna do nothing for you.
It is, you know what? It's been doing right by me so far.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but yeah, I've been sick, so I missed a lot. You know, people, y'all were talking about the Game Awards and all that kind of stuff, man. I was just
we'll get into it a little later. We'll just run down to the winner.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know if I'm gonna be alive for the Game Awards. Like, for real, like things is looking real rosy. Right? Not looking real rosy right now. Like,
yeah.
So like, there was all kinds of things going on, but man, I'm still here. I'm still strong.
Sure, like, man.
Not as strong as I used to be.
But you here. So Mike, let me say this. Actually, let me get this Restream pulled up so I can pull up the chat. So
anybody in the chat so far?
Our holiday party at the job was on Friday. The one that I've been on the holiday planning team for a while, and it was on Friday. It was cool, man. We had a new venue. We had a good location, right? We had a new caterer and everything, so it was all right. We had never had it catered. We went to Golden Corral, and we would actually rent out Golden Corral in the mornings.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what was up, man. So we had it. But man, why I feel like all I needed on was a pair of white gloves and I could have been an usher, because people were looking for seating and there were some empty spots at tables. So, you know, I'm up here like, you got two, and I'm trying to bring people. I'm like, come on. All I needed was some white gloves.
I mean, that might be your calling. You know what I'm saying? Because your family be going through some issues, and you be at a funeral every once in a while. Like, somebody got to get this organized. Somebody got to get this straight. And like, look, J.R. got it. Like, J.R.
I ain't about to be that one.
J.R. got them gloves. You might as well keep the gloves on deck. Like, you might as well put them inside of your you might as well keep a pair of them gloves inside of a little baggie inside of your suit pocket. You know what I mean? To be like, man, somebody got to do it.
Man, dog. Snap him out the bag.
Man, I was trying to, I was trying to hear total praise today, and I guess I'm just gonna miss it while I'm trying to get these people to their seats.
Right, right, man. But no, man, it was crazy, dog. So we went in, we had a good time at the party. So I'm gonna send out a survey this week, a Survey Monkey survey to get people's feedback on it and stuff, man. But it was crazy, man. So that was one of three that I'll have in 2 weeks. I have another one tomorrow, which is. So the way it works, like, you support a particular program where you're at. And so the program that I'm supporting, the program area that I support, they have their big party tomorrow, and they invite everyone from contracting as well. It's at the same location, different caterer and stuff. So that one is tomorrow. I'll get out early then as well. And then,
I'm listening. I just want to point out Chase is in the building.
Oh, okay. What up, Chase? And then also there'll be another one on Friday, which is just my little branch, right? So my contracting branch. The one that I had on last Friday was all of contracting. Now it's just my little branch. So 3 parties, 2 weeks, and man, got a lot of stuff coming due. I got this one contract I've been working on is coming due here shortly. Hopefully it'll be signed here for the end of the month, man. And I'll just lean back and be happy. I figured out last week, Mike, after I talked to you guys, I think I figured it out on Tuesday, where I'm going for my next rotation. And bruh, my next rotation, I'll be working in an area where I actually get to travel, Mike.
Word up.
Yes.
Hey, what up, world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even have to join the Navy for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So hold up, though. Hold up. How far you get to travel, though?
Oh man, they literally serve places around the world, bruh. So I can go to a lot of places, man. So I'm excited about that.
So can you? You gonna pretty much be going by yourself, though, right? I mean, it may be with your coworkers, but like you gonna be able to take some of the fam with you. Like
Well,
your
I might
wife
have them meet me out there. Yeah, yeah,
Your wife
yeah.
gonna be like, "You going to Milan? What is you doing? What is you doing? How you going to Milan without your girl? It's me, dog."
Yeah,
Like,
no, she. So there are some places that I know that area services, particularly like Singapore, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, but there are some other places as well. So, man, I mean, you know, it could be pretty much anywhere because the area that I'm in, it's specific. It's
Singapore is not something that we hear about much ever since that dude in the '90s got caned.
right. So the thing is, I knew a girl in college. She was from Singapore. She was a model, but she was from Singapore. And so I looked at her portfolio, and like she took all types of pictures all around Singapore. Man, Singapore is a beautiful city, dog. So it's what's up.
Don't be doing no graffiti on people's stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah, right. But it's a beautiful country, man. It really is. So
leave that spray paint alone, dog.
yeah. Just don't even worry about bringing paint to the house. Just let it go. Just let it go, man. If you want to do something, take a picture on your phone and start messing with filters. That's all you can do. But Terrence is in the
I see Terrence, and he all up in here.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, though. But yeah, man. So
I said that specifically so you can pause me.
Right.
He all up in here. He's about to get deep in here. See, I said that specifically so you can pause me.
Right.
But
so let's get to the Game Awards real quick, man. We ain't gonna hold into it too long because we got some stuff we need to get into. But the Game Awards, so of course I have it linked out in the show notes. So y'all check out the show notes if you're interested. But in the 2018 Game Awards, there were a lot of games. There were a lot of winners, but a couple of games kept winning everything. Like Fortnite won 2, Red Dead Redemption won 4. God of War won 3, including Game.
Red Dead just came out, dog. Like how it win everything,
bruh. It's this rock star. You see this face? It's this rock star bias, man. I firmly believe that it's the rock star bias, man. I don't get it. Probably because I haven't played the game, but yeah.
Yeah, I think eventually I'm gonna get it. Terrence said the audio and the video is out of sync. Which one are you watching?
Yeah, are you watching the one with the borders or without the borders?
I think he's the one with the borders because that was the last one I pulled up.
Okay,
so I can pop out the chat.
With the borders. I don't know if that one is. I changed my encoding options in that one. So Terrence, if you out there listen right now, so where you at right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the link to the actual one that we're doing right now. That's the live one. So I'm gonna tell you to go there and pull that one up, or you can so that's YouTube, or you can
you can just click his name.
Yep,
and then both of them up there, both of them.
Right, or you can go here to Mixer, and that one has even less of a delay or lag. But yeah, man. So let's see, God of War, which the game I voted for Game of the Year. It actually won Game of the Year. It also won for Best Game Direction, and it won for one more, which was. Give me just a moment, and I'll have it here.
I mean, it's
action adventure game.
Yeah, I mean, what was gonna be there in action adventure?
Bruh, they had AC Odyssey, Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Can we talk about how Spider-Man just kind of died after 2 weeks? I tried to tell y'all.
Bro, Spider-Man got nominated for 7 awards and walked home with nothing.
I tried to told y'all. All of y'all.
Mikey said. There you go. He coughing. I thought he was trying to restrain himself, but he was just trying to hold back his cough. Go ahead.
No, actually, I got to try not to get animated, because if I get animated or if I laugh or something like that, then I start coughing. But let me tell y'all something about this Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all talked a whole lot of mess for that game to die in 2 weeks. Like a whole lot of mess. Like a whole. I mean, like y'all talked. I mean, y'all showed y'all whole ass to people who didn't have a PlayStation. Like y'all showed y'all whole ass, and ain't nobody playing that junk now. Nobody. It died in 2 weeks.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing, Mike. Spider-Man is still a great game. It's just the DLC they have for it. You can get through it in an hour and a half. Both DLCs I played got through them in an hour and a half, bro.
He said it's no Mass Effect Andromeda. You are right, dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, bruh, I'm this close to getting back. I'm this close.
Man,
I know I need to play. I was gonna start 2 again. I need to start 2 again. And I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that all the way to the house, and then I'm gonna roll through 3. Then I'm gonna get my Andromeda on. But I just right now, you know, I lost half a week, you know, due to the flu. Like the flu was, but yeah, I already had it set up and ready to go. Like I was, you know, I had already set up everything for my playthrough of 2. And see, here's the thing. It's gonna be real hard. Like, and I know I've played this game. I know I played 2 more than anyone should.
Yep.
I don't want to see that first scene again, dog.
Oh,
I don't want to see it.
No, you don't want the slow keys. You don't want the slow keys in the outer space.
I don't want that piano, dog. Like that piano, that piano just kind of hit me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like thinking about it. I watched this guy do his thoughts on Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and I went back and watched his Mass Effect 1 video also. And he has some real strong criticisms of Mass Effect 2. And it just makes me want to punch him in the face. Like straight up, like, I mean, and let's be honest, he played 2 first.
Did he?
And still went back and thought 1 was the better game.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here and argue with him. I mean, I like 1 a lot, but that's just interesting, man. But yeah,
it ain't no 2.
It's valid. 2 ain't 1. I mean, if you want to say it like that. But let's see. Some of the other things in here, of course, Forza Horizon 4 took home Best Sports / Racing Game because that's really the only game in that category that deserves a nomination. And Into the Breach won Best Strategy Game, even though Frostpunk was in there, it was nominated.
No, Frostpunk. Like I liked Frostpunk. I enjoyed watching someone else play Frostpunk more than I actually played myself.
Yeah. Yep.
But Frostpunk, it does not deserve to win that. It deserved to be nominated, but it definitely did not deserve to win that.
What's crazy is that Dead Cells, an independent game, won Best Action Game, which I thought was cool. And finally, Best Fighting Game with the Dragon Ball Fighters. That's what I'm talking about. That game is great. It brought out so much. Mike, you looking real salty over there right now, dog.
I mean, what was it up against? Like, I mean,
it's all just fighting. It was up against Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, up against Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5 Arcade. Yeah, so the Dragon Ball Fighters is legit, man. So I'm glad. Congrats to all the winners. Really excited about that. I this year a lot of people were saying it was better. I think the formatting was a little bit better. It just took way too long to get the Game of the Year. But
did somebody go off script?
They had the same dude from A Way Out. They had he started.
He making something else?
Huh?
Is he making something else?
Nah, was he making something else? I can't remember. It was at the very beginning. But anyway, he was grateful. They had him back. He actually behaved this time. He wasn't near as drunk because they got him on early in the show and not toward the end. Or toward the middle. So it was good. He still talked a little bit much, but I mean, it was still fine. It was still fine, man. So it was all right. I wouldn't say they did have some pretty good world premieres though. So. That Dragon Age 4, that Dragon Age teaser. That's what I'm talking about, BioWare. I'm looking at you.
It was just a teaser. It won't no. It won't no.
No meat to it.
Won't no meat.
Oh man, they gave you boy all hey, they come out here and give you all mashed potatoes. Like they give you no gravy, they give you no steak, no chicken fried steak, nothing. All mashed potatoes.
No meat. Like, bruh, I need your look. Well, it's me, dog. It's me, dog. Y'all know I fox with y'all. I fox with y'all on a level that a lot of people don't fox with y'all.
Right.
But let's be real about this. If you're going to do a teaser, you need to do that teaser before the Game Awards. I'm going to need y'all to bring, if you're going to do it on the Game Awards, I need y'all to bring some meat. Like, this is not a potato situation.
Right.
Like, look, things could go real bad for y'all real fast.
If you can't come up here with all sides, you got to come with at least one entree.
Any Anthem?
They did say Anthem actually said look for Anthem stuff there, but I actually turned it off before, so I didn't get a chance to actually see it because I was like, yeah, that's fine. I pretty much, because I was sure that Red Dead was gonna walk away with Game of the Year because they won pretty much everything else, it felt like, and I was like, well, that sucks because I really thought God of War was a great experience, so I just turned it off and didn't finish it. But I'm happy God of War won. That's good, man. This is a fantastic game. So, Mike, it's holiday season. As a kid, we used to come to Oklahoma City because I was like the advanced class or whatever. We used to come to Oklahoma City and watch the Nutcracker. Okay. And now on yesterday, I didn't know this existed, but there's a hip hop Nutcracker.
Right. I mean, there's a hip hop version of pretty much everything. So,
but there's 2 iterations of this one though. So that's what's strange to your boy. So two of them. Yeah. So what's strange in this one is that there are 2. The first iteration is that it's actual Tchaikovsky's work, but actually done in the style of hip hop dance. The second one is it's the actual play, but danced to hip hop style music with hip hop style choreography. So it removes Tchaikovsky's work altogether, which is interesting. So I was gonna go last night because I didn't know about it till yesterday. It was like 1:30, and I was gonna go. They had a showing at 2, and they had another showing at 5:30 yesterday. And I was like, man, maybe I'll just try to catch it next year. But I thought it was interesting, man. Hip hop Nutcracker, like you normally don't meld those 2 worlds together, right?
I mean, sometimes the Nutcracker be in a trap too. Like, your mom and your mom and them house. She in the trap. She got one of them Nutcrackers just like everybody else because she's a traditionalist.
Okay,
and she got Nutcracker too. So like let's get this popping.
I guess so, man. But Nutcracker, the one that still does Tchaikovsky's music, but actually does it with hip hop style dance, is in New York and actually done in New York. And the other one that I'm referring to with both hip hop style music and dance choreography was here in Oklahoma City. And it was interesting because the lady that wrote it, she's Vietnamese, I think her name looked Vietnamese, but it was funny because she said they were bringing up issues about kids growing up with no fathers. Right, about single parent mom, and she's a single parent mom. That's why she kind of related to the story. So it was interesting. It was interesting, man. So next year, I definitely want to try to check that out. Hopefully, I can put it in my strategy.
So you took something that wasn't hip hop, you made it hip hop, and then you tried to stick some black issues in it. I see you, lady.
That's what she did. That's what she did.
I see you, lady. Like what we perceive as black issues. I see.
Right. All right, Mike. So we got our main topic after consumption, man. So let's get into what's been going on real quick. Now, listen, we got to be gone at 7 because Arrow comes on tonight at 7 for Elseworlds #2.
I watched I ain't got no cable, so I got to watch it after on the CW app. But I watched it the first one at work. I'm caught up on everything. I think I'm 1 episode behind on Legends, but I'm pretty much caught up on everything. And I did start watching Manifest.
Yeah, good. Yeah. What you think?
Not
there.
Man, listen, old buddy's wife is the new Scholar, dog. Like for real,
she know.
She the new Scholar. I can't wait for her to go away. Like I'm just like, bruh. And I know eventually that like I know eventually a split is gonna happen. But like from the moment, like I know this because my one of the owners of my company, he watched the show and he kept telling us we need to watch it. But so I know a little bit more than I'm supposed to at this point.
Okay.
But
it's a great show, man. It's a great show.
I think so I got a couple of concerns. One, it reminds me a little bit of Rising Stars, the graphic novels. It just has a twinge of that. It also has a little bit of Lost in it, and I just don't want Manifest to turn into the new Lost, to whereas I don't get the answers that I need. Like I need some answers, and I know that it's on. It broke for the mid-season or whatever like that. Come back on January the 7th. But don't leave me hanging, because the moment y'all leave me hanging, I'm out. Like, and there's so many people that are already out. Like, I was just looking at reviews and stuff like that, and people are saying like, this is stupid. Like, I'm here for the sci-fi. There's like 2 minutes of sci-fi in the whole episode, and this is some nonsense. But so far I think it's cool. I don't want to get lost. I don't want to end up in that Lost situation again.
Right.
That's what I'm mostly concerned about.
Okay, I never liked Lost, so I think that, but I do know this feels quite a bit like it. But I think their arcs, the way it's written, it interweaves so well. Like that's the thing that surprised me, that it was written so well that other people's stories intertwine with other people's who you wouldn't expect, which I thought was just great. And I really like that. So, what else you been watching?
What's up, young Rouse?
Oh, Rouse watching? What's up, though?
That's Chase's son's rap name. His rap name. What else did I watch? I finally got a chance, because they're on. You can find them on YouTube if you know where to look. Some episodes are Unsung.
Yep.
I watched the Bone Thugs Unsung.
Oh yeah. Wife has seen that.
I like that. I always said, and I said this on the Dream Team already, but I really hope that they would put those on one of these services, preferably one that I already pay for. But I would like them to be somewhere where I can access them easier, and I don't feel like I'm cheating. Because even if I really get into it, like, it's so many different people on YouTube putting these things up. There's not one place where I can get it and just be okay. Like, if it's not on Netflix, it's not on Hulu, it's not on, like all of that other stuff. I finished. I don't know if I finished season 2 of My Hero shortly after the show. I think I finished it either last Monday night or Tuesday.
Okay.
So I'm through season 2, but the problem is I'm watching on Hulu, and Hulu ain't got them dubs for season 3.
Right.
And I ain't about to read this. I'm not
Bro,
about
to read it. It's not that hard, man.
Because I'm always doing more than one thing, and like I don't have the patience to sit there and read it.
That's why you don't really get pulled in. You can't always do more than one thing. You gotta sit down and devote some time to it. Like I say that with any show that's worth following.
The dubs is cool with the dubs is cool with me. He said Funimation is $5. Yeah, that's cool. But the problem with paying for Funimation is I'm not paying $5 just to watch this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I don't care about none of the rest of this anime stuff. Like, everybody kept saying to watch this. I like this. I'm not saying that I like anime. I'm saying I like this. This is. But I'm not about to be out here like exploring anime and all of that other stuff, man. I ain't got enough time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nah. Shout out Sweet Brown. All right. You got anything else, Mike? Because I want to get in one.
I played Killing Floor.
What you did? Because
the update is out on the update is out on consoles now, but I'd already done all of the challenges on PC, so I started mine on PlayStation because my Xbox and my internet not friends again, so I can't really do anything.
Terrible. All right. Speaking of internet, Mike, I bought a new modem and router through Amazon's 12 days of deals. One of the things was like networking or some type of equipment. So I have a TP-Link modem and a separate TP-Link wireless router. Now, I've always bought the combos, right? So I figured buying separately, right, I could actually, you can get something specialized instead of have a jack of all trade, master of none type of piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really change my setup too much. However, it did allow me to offer dual bands in my home. So now I have a 2.4 gigahertz and a 5 gigahertz wireless band in the house. I have 4 of them or 5 because, So I have, I think about 4 or 5. Yeah. So it's pretty cool, man. So I'm excited about that. I can run 5G to my bedroom and stuff. And it's actually, I have an extender from TP-Link, and the signal now is strong enough that I don't actually need the extender anymore. So it's interesting, man. Pretty cool. So excited about that. And here's one thing though, Mike. So you remember when we talked in the chat about 3 weeks ago, Telltale closed, Telltale Studios.
Yes.
They shut down. And I was gifted on Black Friday. I was gifted from GOG, Good Old Games, the season 2, which is of the Batman series, The Enemy Within, and that's the one that I always wanted. And it's like retails like $25, and I was like, cool, I got it. That's awesome. But when Telltale shut down, I didn't remember my password to my Telltale account. I never had saved it to Google, so I tried to go and recover my password and try to get it to send. They ain't got nothing there to send my password to recover, so I can get in and get my save files. Right. So now I got to go into season 2, Mike. I got to recreate my decisions from season 1. It's been a year ago since I completed that thing. Now I got to go in and when you play the game, they give you a little summary of like, you made this choice, X number of community or X percentage of the community made this choice or that choice, blah, 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 blah. There's no way to access that stuff now because I'm on a new PC. So it is. But however, I still have my save files, but I can't get the game to direct to allow me to input the path for my save files so it can re-pull it and re-import it into the game and then populate that information in the game so it will come into The Enemy Within, which is the name of season 2. So at this rate, I'm just like, do I even want to Mass Effect Genesis this thing? I don't know. Know what I mean? So
I mean, it's either you gotta put some you either gotta put some money down or some time down.
I mean, it's fine. You can recreate, and they give you a tool in the game to make like the major decisions. But just like in Mass Effect, there's a lot of the small decisions. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to look. If I do the little comic thing, I can't yell at Conrad Werner no more.
Right. Exactly. I can't tell Conrad to get his crazy self out of the galaxy and go home. Like I can't tell him to do that.
Go home, dog.
Go home. Your folks, your wife and your kids waiting on you. Go home. So yeah, man. So that's a little infuriating. But it is what it is. Like I said, I got some more deals. Because I bought Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year edition, I've been going through DLC. I just went through the Jaws of Hakon DLC. That DLC, man, I forgot how hard it was.
Conrad is Mass Effect Philip.
That's valid.
Accurate. That is so accurate. Like, that is the most accurate thing.
But yeah, man. So I've been going through that again, and that's really good. But Hack-On is hard. And then I just started the Descent last night, so I'll do that one before I do Trespasser, which that's great because if you watch the Dragon Age teaser, it has your boy Solus in there narrating that thing, man. So if you finish the Trespasser, then you know exactly why that's exciting to everybody. So I really think instead of it being Dragon Age 4, I firmly believe it's going to be, because it's after Inquisition and it's a character from Inquisition, it could just be Inquisition, like a sequel to Inquisition. But I doubt that they may not do that. They may just do 4 and just go whole hog. And I think based on the premise, with it being a whole nother Blight and stuff, I think they might go whole hog. So we'll see how that all shakes out. And then, man, that's really about it, Mike. So let's get into this topic, man, because we literally have 12 minutes. And I normally like to devote 20 to these topics because this one I think you're going to really donate to. So we're going to get it in for about 8 minutes. All right. Okay. But I was talking to my brother and he was telling me that, and he said, yeah, man, I want you to talk about it on your show, on your podcast. I said, all right. So he was telling me that when it comes to his emotional spectrum, right? He does not have a spectrum. His spectrum is monochrome. It's either off or on, right? So he either looks at the world in a binary perspective, whereas you're either with me or you're against me, right? And he either got love for you or he got hate for you, but there is no middle ground, right? And I'm wondering, why would that exist? Because we had a similar upbringing, right? So how can that exist when I know you grew up in a household to where you had love for everybody, right? While people came to the house, you had love for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you would help the next person regardless. You know what I mean? If they needed help, you would help them if you could. Things like that. But do you, or does anyone like when it comes to your emotional spectrum, are there some areas in your emotional spectrum, whether it's fear, anger, whether it's obscurity, where there's something you're very unsure about? Are there certain emotional parking lots, I guess, within your emotional spectrum that aren't very well illuminated, that you don't know how you would behave, or you don't like how you behave, or it's one of your weak points? You know what I mean? So
I think it is a little bit different for me because I could be categorized as emotionless prior to 2013, and then like when 2013 happened, like it was like someone broke an emotional dam of everything that I could have been feeling and suppressed, and it just all came out, and it came out at once, and it was like it was like I felt like Data.
Okay.
When he got what movie was that? It was one of the movies where he got the emotion chip, and it got to the point where he couldn't control it, and he just kept spazzing because he couldn't control that part that just got unlocked in him. That's kind of how I am in my journey with therapy and all that kind of stuff. I've been opening those doors that I never opened. So like a lot of these issues I've kind of dealt with through therapy. So I don't have a whole lot of those now. I feel there's certain topics that I still feel weird about, but I understand that there's a gray area for a reason.
Okay.
And I'm not one of those people that's just I'm not one of those people that is quick to just shut something down now. I'm more of a, okay, let me try to understand this before I try to make a decision on it.
Before I respond rashly.
Yeah, I try not to be as steadfast about certain things. I try to be more I try to accept every situation as more of input and process before you output. When it comes to one of those things, because I know that because my dam is broken like if something hits me all of a sudden, I could react wrongly up front.
Oh,
And
okay.
this happens, and I'll say something stupid, and like somebody that's like hyper aware of emotions, like Rashani, will call me out on it a lot on the Dream Team. It happens almost every episode where I'll say something and it's just like, really, like, you know what I mean? Like, what one episode I referred to someone as Latino, and they said Latinx because that's, you know, and then I'm just like, no, Latino, like, what is that? And then, you know, like we had, and then I get exposed for, you know, not being respectful of blah, 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 whatever. And then it's just like, okay, you know what? You're right. I'll input, I'll take it all in and I'll process it. And, you know, just like,
right. Think about it. Yeah.
Now, I try not to be steadfast anymore. Because that's what, you know, being steadfast is what really led to my world breaking. So that's a part of me that I got to let go.
All right. So Chase asked a couple of key questions like, does he have social issues? He said that's sometimes applicable to autism. Seeing the word in black and white, he means. And no, I can tell you he does not. My sense of humor actually comes from my brother. Doesn't have any social issues at all. Actually gets along pretty well with a lot of people. But when he's, you know, what is that, Ella? When I'm alone in my room and hear my conscience call, you know what I mean? Like when he's sitting down by himself, there's the processing that goes on. It doesn't happen along a continuum of emotions. It's either one extreme, you know, I hate him, or I love him. Like it's not. And he was like, you know, I wonder if some people had that. But yeah, I think it's interesting to see how other people view the world, especially, you know, my brother, because we have the exact same upbringing. Whereas I
found it extremely difficult to like hate someone.
No, but that's what he said. And he said, I said, he's like, no, I'm not exaggerating, and it's not hyperbole. He was like, I either hate you or I love you. Like it's basically it. And I'm like, I'm like, how can you live in a world of extremes, though? You know?
Only the Sith speaks in absolutes.
Only the Sith, and then you said only. So yeah, man, it was just interesting, and it's something that I think is that's why I call it the emotionless spectrum of emotion, or the, what was it, the monochrome.
But it's also like if you're a man of a certain age, like this is what's been taught to you.
Right.
The emotional suppression.
Not necessarily kind of enforced by society. I see what you're saying, as a sociological normative, right?
Yeah, like, you know, like I said, like one day I was at work and I got stung by a bee. And like I realized, like, I am the large black man who got stung by a bee, and I can't show the kind of pain that I really feel like that I'm in right now.
Man, it sucks getting stung.
Yeah. And I'm just like, ooh, I just got stung. And then I realized that they are now looking at me like how your kids look at you. Like, you know what I mean? Like how your kids look at you when like you get stung by a bee in front of your kids. You can't act up in front of your kids because your kids know that if dad can act like this when he gets stung by a bee, then I get to show my whole ass when I get when it happened to me. And you know, like and like I was in some real pain. Like it's been a long time since I got stung by a bee, and that bastard got away too. So like I think, I don't know, Mike. I think this is a topic that requires probably a little bit more thought,
more process.
I think I modeled, the version 1.0 of me. I modeled myself after my dad. My dad was a rock, absolute rock of a man, and he just didn't really show very much emotion at all. And I thought that was the way to be.
See, what's crazy is that I grew up with my grandfather, and while he was a farmer, retired military, and didn't get anything past an 8th grade education. Like he was a dude who was about family. He was about that, And when he shed a tear, he was never ashamed to do it. You know what I mean? He was always like, look, but it was rare. It was rare, but he was never like, oh, no, it's not what we're supposed to do. Nah, he wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Like, he was, he was good about that. But that's what taught me how to be like a man, right? And be in touch with your feelings, but don't let it control you. Don't let it go to the point to where it controls you. You know what I mean? So
stoicism isn't the way to be.
Yeah,
that's not true. Sometimes you need to be stoic. Somebody has to be, especially when you're in a situation, especially a family situation where everyone is falling apart, and somebody got to hold the line and make sure that everybody else is going to be okay and get through this.
But let's be clear though, that stoicism only lasts for a moment, because
I mean, once you alone in your room, like, that's a completely different situation.
Exactly.
It's like it's not like stoicism is never a thing you should do, but there are times where stoicism is needed. And I think especially when like something happens in the family, like somebody passes away or something like that, like somebody has to be stoic for the moment to make sure that the things that need to get done, and then we can mourn and we can cry and we can do all of this stuff later. But right now, somebody has to be a rock. And
keep in mind, a lot of times for my close family, that's me, right? So even though I'm like the youngest of all of my cousins that I grew up with and stuff, so when my grandfather passed away, when my grandma passed away, it was always like, all right. For the younger kids, I had to be the person. You know what I mean? I had to be that person, because everybody else like, oh my goodness, I just don't know what's going on. I'm like, well, stages, death is just the final stage of life. Like, it's part of it. It's gonna happen, y'all. You have to acknowledge and honor them and recognize them for the life that they lived, right? They may not be here any longer, but those memories that you made with them, that doesn't take that away, right? So so I've been there, man. It's kind of how it is. I've been there. I know what that is, and I don't think it's necessary so much stoicism as it is robust, right? Being robust to the changes around you, being robust to those emotional roller coasters, and finding some way to kind of remain constant, right? To be a consistent person. But
I think it was really simple for me. What my therapist focused on, allowing myself to feel.
Okay.
And I think it's like you have to feel, and like you have to feel in order to heal.
Right. I concur.
And like, so it's all, I think it's all just learned behavior. It's all just learned behavior.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff you just need to unlearn.
True that. Well, Mike, Elseworlds just fired up.
You got to go. So
I'm gonna have to go.
Shout out to the people. Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to everybody joining us. Yeah, joined us live. Appreciate it, Terrence, Chase, Aiden, Riles, Amber. Shout outs to all y'all who joined us live. Shout out to everybody who's gonna listen to this later. We will be back in your ears, in front of your eyeballs again next week, when hopefully Elseworlds is all done and cleaned up and over with. But in the meantime, go out and rate us. Go out and rate us on wherever you listen to the show. We appreciate it. Share it with somebody, man. Send a clip.
Share it with your mama now.
And them. Don't just stop with your mama.
With your mama now.
And them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else. So, hey, we really appreciate it. But we'll be back in front of your ears and in front of your eyeball. In your ears and in front of your eyeballs next week. Peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors, yo.